When I was in college and I just started running, I was looking for the perfect pre-exercise meal, and at that time I was more of a carnivore, and I had a bologna sandwich, and I always thought that bologna sandwich, that would make me invincible. What I realized after running for a while and gravity taking over, the bologna sandwich didn't digest very well. So I gravitated to other sources, and over the last 30-odd years, I've kind of refined that, and I think the science has also told us a few things on what to eat and what not to eat, and bologna sandwiches are not on the menu. Anyway, I'll try to share some ideas with you on how you can refine that pre-exercise fueling plan. First off, at night, your engines are metabolic furnaces. In other words, you're burning fuel all the time. Your blood sugar's being depleted at night, and also at night, your brain actually taps into your liver glycogen stores. So when you wake up in the morning, you're at a depleted state. Even on a minimal level as far as calories, all the way across the board from a 90-pound person up to a 300-pound person, just to boost your blood sugar, you need somewhere between about 80 and 160 calories. That's just the start. And those calories shouldn't be carbohydrate, they shouldn't be protein, they should be a combination, predominantly 60 to 70% carbohydrate and 30 to 40% protein. Now I'm going to give you some quick math so you can really calculate it exactly if you're going out for a hard training day. And a hard training day could be 45 minutes, it could be 3 hours. And I'll give you a range to kind of look at. You've got to take your body weight in pounds and divide it by 2.2, and that will yield kilograms. And I'll use a simple example. A 154-pound person divided by 2.2 equals 70 kilograms. I want to figure out carbohydrate calories because that should be 60 to 70% of my total calories for that morning meal. So in computing that, the range is between 0.5 to 1.0 grams per kilogram to yield carbohydrate grams. Now that sounds like a lot of gobbledygook. Let me tell you the simple way to get to it. If I take the 1.0 times my body weight, and we've already figured out 154 pounds divided by 2.2 will yield 70 kilograms. 1.0 times 70 yields 70 grams of carbohydrates. That's an easy one. 1 times 70 is 70. There's 4 calories per gram of carbohydrates, so I multiply 4 times 70, and that yields 280 carbohydrate calories. So all you have to do is read the labels on the packages to figure out what you're eating. And it could be cereal, it could be partly fluid replacement drink, it could be yogurt, oatmeal. There's infinite number of choices that have predominantly carbohydrate, and I just mentioned some that also have protein. The protein and fat should be the remaining 30 to 40% of your total calories. So if you take the higher number, 1.0, this equals 280 carbohydrate calories, and you've got the remaining 30 to 40% of your calories that should come from protein and fat, yielding approximately 150 calories. So 280 plus another 150 equals 430 total breakfast calories. If I use the 0.5 number, it's just half of the total, or approximately 140 carbohydrate calories and 75 calories from fat and protein, for a total of 215 breakfast calories. Now if you're going into a race, it's a little bit different than a training day. Typically in a race, you're going to have 2 to 2.5 hours before your exercise session, before that race goes off, where you need to fuel up. And therefore, you may want to consider even taking more calories. When I used to do an Ironman race, I would eat around 2.0 or 2.5, and I recommend that to all my athletes, even doing Olympic distance, providing they don't have GI problems. So just remember, when you're looking at the math and you're computing your calories and doing this, the first thing is your gut sensitivity. What do you like to eat? Can you handle food? And is that food predominantly carbohydrate that you're taking in? That's what your body needs. Don't just have a bagel and a glass of orange juice. That's pretty much 100% carbohydrate. Make sure it's carbohydrate, protein, and a little bit of fat, and you'll be on your way.